Hey TikTok. I usually don't talk on here, but I have a story time and I just feel like I need to, explain my part because this video has gone viral and I be looking at the comments and the stuff that people say, and so I just need to explain what really freaking happened. And hopefully this comes across the right for you page, because you bitches in South Carolina that jumped me, oh yeah, I'm gonna need that. I need that out of y'all. Get the flight. Okay, anyways, let me just explain to y'all what happened. So roughly like a year ago, I went on a cruise for my graduation trip, and I met a few cruise buddies. I met these two boys and this one girl, and all four of us, we hung out basically like the whole time. Literally, we hung out the whole time down to our excursions and shit. So we hanging out. We met literally the first day on the boat, whatever. We chilling. So basically, the second day comes, we still chilling. But apparently, one of my cruise buddies, you know how people on cruise, he was chit chatting to one of the little females or whatever. But it basically didn't like get that far. It wasn't nothing, cause So we chilling, and then after the second day, like after the whole day, we go to the club. So I'm in a club, and this girl comes up to me, and she's like, "Is this your boyfriend?" And I'm like, "No, we just met. I don't even know him like that. Like, we just cool." And so I'm like, he's right here with me, and we all looking at each other like, "What the fuck?" So I'm telling him like, "Go speak to her or something, like, please, because she got one more time to look at me funny. I don't like this." So he went over and talked to her for like those 2 minutes or whatever, and it was none of that. She was like, she wasn't even supposed to be in the club. She was 17. We knew that because she had everybody get kicked out the club so we could re-enter, because she snuck in just for her to, come up and speak to me. So the trip goes on by, and clearly she's like on a family trip because she's with other people, and she happens to have another girl like around her age with her. We're gonna call them Bose and KD. So Bose and KD, they basically the whole trip, they spent their whole vacation like watching me and like watching me and my cruise buddies, like all the stuff that we did. If we turned around, they were right there staring or laughing and picking. So it came to a point where they started laughing and picking with my mama and my auntie because they were on the cruise with me. So even my mom and my auntie are peeping it, and we're like, man, they bored. They don't got nothing else to do. We on a cruise boat with everything in the world to do, and you worried about me. So we wasn't stunned, and we're trying to enjoy our.
Let's just pause right here. Anyone that is upset that Carnival has placed these new rules um, into being, it is to eliminate or deter these types of individuals.
our cruise. So basically, we're going to fast forward to the last day of the cruise. The last day of the cruise, um, I think we had just got back from like Honduras or something like that. And so everybody, like, we just came back to chill on the boat or whatever. And we were like, let's go into the hot tub or whatever, because if everybody knows, like on a cruise, those hot tubs and those pools, everything be full. But happened this day that it wasn't a lot of people. So me and my cruise buddies like, let's take up the time and go in. So we go into the hot tub, and a couple of kids come in. They start splashing me, and oh well, I didn't think nothing of it because they're kids. Like, kids do kid stuff, especially on a cruise. So after they do that, they get out and they run off, and we're just sitting there. We're talking. Me and my cruise buddies, we sitting chit chatting, blah blah blah, talking about how much fun we had. So eventually, these two ladies come up with me that are in cahoots with Bose and KD. We're gonna call them. We gonna call one of them Crunchy Boho, and the other one, she gonna be Purple Crochet. So Crunchy Boho came, and she was like, "You said something to my kids?" And I'm like, "No." Like, I'm so confused. What are you talking about? And she was like, "Well, they said that you were talking about Bose." Girl, no.
Typical hood rat fashion. Sounds like I can't even remember the names that she done made up for these individuals, but sound like they was just looking for something um, to start a fight with her. And I'm guessing this is how she about to get. She about to go into how she got her ass whooped.
No, I'm sitting here enjoying my hot tub time. Like, what are y'all? So basically, Purple Crochet Girl, she over here they're basically trying to argue, and I'm like, y'all are clearly like 26 through y'all 30s. I'm not gonna argue with y'all. So I go upstairs to go grab my mom and my auntie. I grab my mom and my auntie, and we all come back down to, like, the main part where the pools and the boats, all that part is. So we're down there on the main deck, and we asked them, like, we've been peeping the stuff that's been going on. Y'all been making people feel uncomfortable, specifically in our group, and we just don't understand, like, this. My mama is basically a peacemaker. She's trying to figure out if I played any parts to make them feel some type of way, but nobody said anything. They kept saying, well, it's over, little boy, why are you doing that? That's what we kept trying to say, because at the end of the day, I am a girls. They were not ugly females. Like, we all could have hung out. Like, I'm that type of person. I am so friendly. We all could have hung out, like, literally. So basically, by the end of that little scuffle or whatever, nobody was on that. They got disrespectful, but we wasn't trying to fight or do nothing on the boat. And by the time all this happened, we had already reported them to security. We reported them to security by, like, our second day, because it was literally that bad. Like, it was really that bad at the point we had to report them. So even after, that little scuffle or conversation, we reported them then too. And then the security was like, well, y'all can't. We wasn't trying to hear nothing that security tried to say, because we were like, we tried telling y'all days ago that they kept saying something. So now we're saying something on our own. So after that, we thinking that the situation's dead, because nobody basically said shit for real. Bitches was just yelling and being disrespectful. So basically, me and my cruise buddies, we meet up at the club, and it's like, we all just trying to enjoy our last night or whatever. And the family, the two older girls, Crunchy Boho and Purple Crochet, they came into the club, and they had another individual with them. It was like their mom or grandma of some sort. So they were all.
If you want to know why fans are banned in the clubs on Carnival Cruise Line, exhibit number 1 here.
With them, and they were doing the same stuff, staring and just being funny. So we left. And if anybody knows, on the cruise, there's not nothing really open really late at night other than a pizza place. So me and my cruise buddies, we went down to get some pizza. So we sitting down, we eating the pizza, and at this point we just chilling, because we just trying to soak up time until it's time to get off the boat in the morning. So as we sitting here eating our pizza, just chit-chatting, Crunchy Boho and Purple Crochet, they come around, and they're with the grandma, and Crunchy Boho sits, like, dead in front of me and my cruise buddies from where we're sitting. So she starts sitting in front of us, starts eating, and then she starts, like, bucking in my face. Like, she's clearly staring at me. So I'm just like, what in the world? Like, everywhere we go, we try and move, and you follow us. So my cruise buddy's like, we're not going to do this. Come on, Kai. Like, let's just get up and let's leave. So as we're leaving, she gets up and she starts just going out the mouth, going out them lips. So me being me, I turn around like, you know what? I'm done with all of this. Like, what do you want to do? What's really your issue? So Purple Crochet comes up, and she's like trying to diffuse the argument. And she's like, well, what's happening? I said I was minding my business, and Crunchy Boho over here trying to start with me. So the grandma comes over or whatever, and she's trying to see what's going on as well. So as I'm talking to them, Crunchy Boho comes over here and tried to sneak me. And freaking my cruise buddy was right there. Like, they was basically like, cover me, keep an eye out. And my cruise buddy punched that girl dead in her face because she tried to swing on me as I was talking to her people or whatever. And so once that happened, my cruise buddy's like, we're not doing no more talking. Let's go grab your mom and your auntie and them. So that's exactly what we went and did. Where I was staying, I was on the 4th floor, so I had to go downstairs to go get them and come back upstairs to the cafe. So I grabbed my mom and my aunt. We go back upstairs to the cafe, and like as soon as we're walking down like the aisle to get back to the pizza place, because the pizza place is all the way in the back, she's standing there with a chair. Crunchy Boho is standing there with a chair, getting ready to throw that bitch at me. And it looks like I have to do another part 2.
Before we get into part two, as we can see, they're about to have Royal Rumble on Carnival Cruise Line. Again, people think that I'm making this stuff up. People think that some of the clips that I'm showing are isolated incidents. You can see that this is a common theme on Carnival Cruise Line, and they tend to attract a certain demographic of individuals who have no type of home training. They're fighting. You got grandma there. She went and got her mom and her cousin, and now they about to literally have a brawl in the pizza place on Carnival Cruise Line. Again, I would recommend anybody who's thinking about traveling this summer or this coming fall to just avoid Carnival at all costs. Spend a little bit of extra dollars and go ahead and get you a trip. Royal Caribbean. I'm hearing good things about Virgin, their cruise, Norwegian. Just save your time. Just save yourself the time and a headache.
Try and get through as quick as I can because I already posted part 1. So part 2 of how I got kicked off, not kicked off, banned and jumped on a Carnival cruise. So basically, when I get down to the cafe or whatever, Crunchy Boho's already there with a chair, and they already like bickering and yelling, like, you know, like she on that. So by the time we get down there, my mom is basically like, y'all are doing too much. You're harassing my daughter, and it's just becoming to, it's becoming to be too much. Like, chill. So like nobody was hearing that, and my mama.
Why didn't they get security before they came back down to this pizza parlor? I mean, I just don't understand. They already reported to security earlier. This would have been the perfect time for security intervention to try to diffuse this type of situation.
And my auntie are watching them, like their mannerisms and how they're moving, and they're like, "You're not gonna throw that chair at her. I really want you to throw that chair at her." So she threw the chair and she missed. So I ended up picking up a chair and I chucked it at her, and it hit her, of course. And that's when like the whole, if you've seen the video, because it's hit like 9 million views on Twitter. So if you've seen the video, that's where the video starts with me throwing a chair. And then, like I said in the previous video, they were with the grandma. And basically how the video began, it was the 3 girls, the grandma, Purple Crochet, and Crunchy Boho. It was them 3, then me, my mom, and my aunt, us 3. And basically, once I threw that chair, the grandma came running towards me, and I handled her, and then it just.
So you got grandma rumbling. Now when she says grandma, she's using that term loosely. Grandma probably was only about 40 years old, 50 max, might even been in her late 30s. So understand when she says grandma, we're not talking about someone 60 or 70 years old, more than likely. Just given the way she's telling this story, I can tell that this is one of those younger grandmas.
It basically became a big brawl after that. I'm finna insert the video.
World Star! Back up, my man, back up. It's going down. Hey! Oh, shit! Welcome to the motherfucking cruise. No, not me, man. Hold on, shit. Oh, shit! There it goes. There.
You got a dude behind the camera instigating it, turning it up, screaming out "World Star." I mean, I don't know what else y'all need to see. Um, Carnival Cruise Line. I mean, I see why they're making a change. This is the type of behavior. I mean, who on their right mind will want to be on a ship with individuals like this? Imagine if a family was in there, you went late night, wanted to get some pizza with your family, and next thing you know, they're having a WWF Royal Rumble in the pizza parlor.
So just to mind you, before, that video started recording, they had already threw like 3 or 4 chairs at me. So by that time, of course, I was already mad. And that's when that clip that I showed y'all comes out. So basically, all that happened and whatnot. We fought, and then, like I said in the previous videos, Bose and KD, the 2 girls that originally were messing with me, they spawned from nowhere. Basically, their whole family spawned out of nowhere and came and jumped me, my mom, and my aunt, and still didn't do shit because I had a ball spot, and like a missing nail. But I had long braids. Clearly in the video you can see I had long braids, and that was
So they whooped her ass bald. They whooped her mama and her auntie. Lord.
really nothing. So yeah, I just thought I should explain that story. In Carnival, y'all better count y'all days. Cause that was crazy that y'all didn't stop nothing, and then had the nerve to ban us. They banned us after we reported these people twice. They banned us, and then in order for us to get off the boat, we had to pay $500 each. Me, my mom, and my aunt. So yeah, um, if you see this Carnival Cruises, just know y'all owe me one. Y'all owe me a nice one too. And the girl, and as for the ugly hating ass, nasty crunchy boho and crochet wearing assholes, yeah, I still need that. Come take a trip to Florida. Cause boo. Yeah, I don't care if it was a year ago, I still need that. Y'all still jump me.
She got her ass whooped. Um, she got her ass booked so beat that they beat her bald, and she's still trying to ask for more smoke. Again, I advise anybody who wants to have a peaceful and pleasant time on the seas to just avoid this cruise line. I will say shout out to Carnival. I'm glad that they did institute a fine of $500 each and a band. Again, this is an exact example as to why they're implementing these type of new rules. No rap music, no fans in the club atmosphere. She mentioned a 17-year-old. That's why they have curfews for certain individuals. If you're not over 21, you cannot board the ship without a guardian 25 plus. These are why they're putting these policies in place because you have individuals like this who get on these cruise ships and cause havoc, and it's all over really nothing. It sounded like it was over a dude because whoever this guy she was hanging out with in the beginning, either that was probably one of these girls' boyfriends or ex-boyfriends or somebody they slept with or somebody they like, and that's why they had this animosity towards her. Long story short, book anything but Carnival. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.